This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Governor Rapa applauds efforts to address gun violence. Child Nutrition and Social Protection Project enters new phase. And PNG FA prepares for amendments to Forestry Act. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for your company. Western Highlands Governor Waira Rapa has commended the Prime Minister James Marape for highlighting collaboration among governors to address gun-related violence, describing it as a critical agenda aimed at restoring peace in communities.
In a press conference today in Hagen, Governor Rapa rebutted on an article by one of the dailies in regard to Highlands governors to discuss gun issues in the Highlands region. As per the Prime Minister's statement, he said the four governors, including Anga Governor, Hela, Southern Highlands and Western Highlands, will meet with the Police Minister Sir John Pundari to address gun trafficking networks and coordinate a regional response. Governor Rapa commended Prime Minister James Marape for this initiative.
To thank the Prime Minister, the Honorable James Marape, for at least he's going to have some time to talk to us, the islands governors. I think, and that is to do with law and order affecting the whole country. And if we all see all of Papua New Guinea, law and order is one big problem that is really affecting the country, and is to do with the attitude problem.
Rapa said he is ready for this meeting and called authorities to have this discussion as soon as possible to deal with the law and order issues in the Highlands region.
Have regular meetings, and we have to address law and order seriously in the islands. So many bad pictures, law and order problems are always happening in the islands provinces. And we are giving a bad name to this country. And also the country, it's costing the country in addressing all these law and order problems. If you see islands, the upper islands is always having so much law and order problems. He
said this is a welcoming news for the whole of Highlands, and PNG as law and order issues is a serious problem in this country.
This meeting, the venue, Prime Minister, the venue can be in Mount Hagen. The venue can be in Mount Hagen, or maybe anywhere the Prime Minister feels that, but the meeting has to be very, very soon.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Meanwhile, Governor Rapa announced that another 10 million kina will be allocated to tertiary students of the Western Highlands province to support them with the school fees.
As per Governor Rapa, he said the tertiary students from Western Highlands province will receive 10 million kina funding for the 2026 academic year.
For 66,000 students, all Western Highlands students around the country, 46 institutions, from the universities down to the teachers' colleges, down to nursing schools, and in the country we have 46 institutions that we are paying, subsidizing the 10 million, and we have did it successfully for the last 3 years.
Rapa said the applications are online tasks. They are asked to get them there to apply and put through the required documents to get their support.
Now, all these application forms, they are online now. They should get it online. And there are strict requirements. There are mandatory requirements that every student has to. If you are a genuine Western Islander and if you fulfill these requirements, then you are for it. So So we have done it, and now I think it's the fourth year. Now we will be doing it. We will be paying for it.
He said so far in the last 3 years, the school fee subsidy program has been successful with a total of 40 million kina spent towards supporting the human resource for the province. Last year, a total of 6,000 tertiary students has received 2,000 kina each and will do the same for this year. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Since the introduction of Air Niugini's first brand new Airbus A220-300 series aircraft in September last year, followed by 2 additional aircrafts in December, the fleet has quickly proven to be a game changer for domestic air travel in Papua New Guinea.
It is home.
The 3 next-generation aircraft are delivering enhanced reliability, comfort, greater capacity and a significantly improved flying experience for PNG travelers. In a media statement today, Air Niugini management said the A220s are playing a vital role in transporting families, students returning to schools from holiday and the rest of their clients safely and comfortably to their destinations. As airport runway upgrade works progress across the country, Air Niugini is planning to introduce the A220 to additional important domestic destinations such as Mount Hagen, Wewak and Kimbe, further expanding access and improving connectivity for more communities. Looking ahead, the A220-300 series will also be deployed on selected regional services, including routes to Australia once all regulatory requirements are complete. The aircraft will initially service Cairns, followed by its debut on its important Port Moresby to Sydney route, which will be on the 29th of March. Air Niugini services to Sydney currently operates twice a week. However, with the introduction of the A220s from 29th of March, this will increase to 3 times a week. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
A Malaysian agribusiness giant, SD Guthrie, which currently owns the New Britain Palm Oil Limited, have agreed in principle to commence serious negotiations with the government of Papua New Guinea to enter into a long-term mutually beneficial business partnership.
A meeting was held last Friday during the visit of the Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where he met with the board and management of SD Guthrie to progress the discussion on the state's acquisition of shares into Ramu Agri Industries. The board agreed to partner with the PNG government starting this year as equity partners together with the other PNG and international investors to develop vast large-scale agriculture farming opportunities right across the country. Minister Maru said the state's interest to buy into Ramu Agri Industry is to use the company as a vehicle to invest and develop for cattle and palm oil development, sugar in Abau of Central Province, and coconut projects in the coastal regions. Maru said the government wants to invite PNG investors like Nest Fund, Number One Super and Pacific Balanced Fund to buy into this exciting agriculture company. He further stated that PNG is currently a net importer of beef meat and refined sugar when we should be producing enough for our domestic consumption and export. The National Executive Council had approved in principle for the government to partner with SD Guthrie to invest in large-scale development of the agriculture sector, particularly in the upstream and downstream of the palm oil, sugar, cattle and the coconut industries. Meanwhile, Madang Governor Ramsey Pariwa and representatives from the Department of International Trade and Investment and Special Economic Zone Authority were part of the contingent that visited Kuala Lumpur. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape has praised Hela Governor Philip Undialu and the Hela provincial government for taking the initiative to implement the national government's prison rehabilitation, education and skills training policy.
The Prime Minister said the initiative demonstrates a practical commitment to a policy introduced in 2019 aimed at transforming correctional facilities into centers of learning, rehabilitation and economic reintegration rather than places of detention alone. He noted that Hela's approach shows how national policies should be translated into real programs that deliver tangible outcomes. PM Marape reiterated that prisons across the country should be utilized as training environments offering flexible education, technical and vocational training, and basic trade and livelihood skills. He said properly trained inmates could become productive citizens capable of contributing to community projects, district programs, and provincial development efforts. He further explained that inmates who show discipline, good behavior, and commitment to training may qualify for sentence reductions and structured reintegration into society, including employment opportunities or SME status support upon release. The Prime Minister stressed that the policy does not require large financial investments but strong leadership from provincial governments. He also revealed that electronic monitoring systems will be introduced for prisoners to work release programs to ensure safety and accountability. PM Arape said effective implementation would reduce reoffending, strengthen communities, and build a skilled workforce, and called on all provincial governors to view prisons as potential centers of human resource development. Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
PNG Forest Authority Acting Chief Operating Officer Jim Menge has called for a reset in the management and protection of the country's forests. He said these ahead of the approval of the amendments to the Forestry Act 1991.
Mr. Menge said once the amendments to the Forestry Act 1991 are approved, staff will face additional responsibilities, prompting the need for a reset in how the country's forests are managed and protected. He explained that a reset means pausing and realigning with the core purpose of the PNG Forest Authority, adding that staff must be prepared to effectively implement the Forestry Act. Mr. Menge also called on officials serving under the PNG Forest Authority to renew their commitment to integrity, professionalism, accountability, and respect for the law.
We must change first. We must change in out. You must change in out so that then everything will be in order. When we change individually within you as a single officer, then back to the family, back to the organization that we look after on behalf of people of this country, then change can happen. Without God, we cannot. God must be first in everything.
He further urged officials to choose the right path forward through strong leadership, ethical decision-making, teamwork, and sustainable forest management to ensure that the amendments to the Forestry Act 1991 deliver meaningful results.
The amendment of the Forestry Act 1991, once approved, we will be having extra tax such as nature-based issues to manage climate trade, restructure in the forestry that is going to be happening this year, and also downsizing, and also more efficient PNGFA that would be able to address many of our policy challenges in terms of ban on run log export, prepare for downstream processing, and many other administrative governance that we have been mandated to carry out this year going forward.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Start
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Want to Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Want to Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
A closer look, EMTV's half-an-hour program that brings you real in-depth stories on Papua New Guinea's most prevalent current affairs. This platform aims to educate, inform, and discuss issues on politics, health, education, infrastructure, resources, climate change, among other stories that affect the people of Papua New Guinea. Tune in 7 p.m. Sundays only on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. A new clinical facility was opened recently in the Upper Plateau region of the Nipa Kutubu district to serve Tegibo village and nearby communities.
The new building was funded by the Southern Islands provincial government and opened by Governor William Povey. Community elite Luke Simon said this modern health facility is expected to provide essential services not only to Tegibo but also surrounding rural areas. Mr. Simon said the opening of this facility was delayed due to circumstances but finally opened to serve people.
The opening of this hospital was delayed for a long time. I understand that as a father to discipline, and then the community became the consequential effect of this will suffer long time.
Governor Povey stated that the facility was funded by provincial government but will be handed over to DDA and the Provincial Health Authority to manage its operation.
By me giving me go to DDA, work long DDA long providing more facilities. Governor can build him long Nipa or build him long Poroma, build him long Tegipo, but maintenance now full operations for display come underneath long DDA long own him now providing this long health service inside long district.
Meanwhile, Minister for Defense and member for Nipa Kutubu Dr. Billy Joseph congratulated Tegibo Sub-Health Center, noting that running a clinical service is not easy and it needs more health equipments.
Regulations long line lo yumi long Tegibo, Napa Plato, our sick easy something to make him, some classroom or not the building you may make him. You got specific requirements long housing, health center, Sub-Health Center, district hospital, Nakano Semso.
Dr. Billy added that the District Development Authority has already bought an ambulance for Tegibo Sub-Health Center but awaits its arrival.
Ambulance, 360,000 fully kitted deluxe ambulance come. But ela motosa you know what Carlo here PNG or Australia, I'm all making la Japan. We block a stablo queue. Kasem na mibla bam last year, but mibla work go through. Me work follow up last week. Now I'll talk with maybe this month, the end of next month. I'll talk by come. So as soon as them come, me na ba me consult him look na. Mibla ba come na present him Islam ambulance. So
Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The Child Nutrition and Social Protection Project has entered a new phase of growth and decentralization, with a clear target of reaching 30,000 beneficiaries in 2026.
By the end of 2025, the project had successfully registered 10,812 beneficiaries across its 4 participating provinces: East New Britain, Simbu, Western and Madang. This was announced yesterday at the 2026 CNSP Component Management Unit 2 Plenary Workshop in Port Moresby. The week-long workshop, held under the theme Scale Back and Scale Up, brings together national and provincial teams to reflect on progress made and to plan for 2026. To support this target, the Department for Community Development and Religion, as the custodian of the CNSP project CMU2, signed a service-level agreement with MeBank to strengthen the decentralization of project implementation at the sub-national level. The agreement will also strengthen the management information system and MeBank beneficiary account data. Department Secretary Jerry Ubase thanked MeBank for its support, saying the partnership will help achieve the 2026 target. Mr. Ubase also acknowledged the efforts of provincial implementation teams and the national CMU2 team for the progress made in the provinces. He said from this year onwards, provincial teams will be scaled up, while the national team will focus on coordination to ensure effective implementation of the project. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
Kila Kila Primary School has joined a growing network of schools advocating for safe and inclusive learning environments in the nation's capital. Schools already part of the network include Calgary Junior High School, St. Francis Primary School, and Koki Primary School.
The initiative is part of the Safe Schools, Strong Communities project and is supported by the Women Lead program through the PNG Australia Partnership. With this support, Kila Kila Primary School has launched its child protection policy on protection from sexual exploitation, abuse and harassment. Equal Playing Field Program Manager Macklin Lucky said working together with schools help create learning environments where every child feels protected and supported. These policies provides clear guidelines for reporting abuse, ensures accountability and promotes inclusive spaces. Kila Kila Primary School Deputy Head Teacher Ms. Rachel Lania Tas said the policies will protect students and help transform the school into a safer and more supportive environment for every child. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The 6 Mile Polyclinic has clocked its 1-year anniversary of transitioning to a 24-hour emergency polyclinic since the launching of its extended operations on December 23, 2024.
The 6 Mile Polyclinic 2025 key achievements at glance are the total patient attendance, which saw more than 100,000 outpatients served in a year, nearly 20,000 patients treated between 4 p.m. and 8 a.m., weekly specialist clinics in pediatrics, surgery, internal medicine, and psychiatry. Other key achievements of the polyclinic were the registry of the 772 TB cases, a 100% ART initiation rate for HIV-positive patients, over 6,700 dental procedures performed, and 6,200 well baby visits were conducted. The transition to 24-hour care was made possible through a strategic partnership between NCDPHA and Port Moresby General Hospital, ensuring a steady flow of medical officers, nursing staff, and essential supplies to maintain round-the-clock service. NCDPHA Chief Executive Officer Dr. Robin Oge commended the clinic's achievements, stating that the 6 Mile Polyclinic has proven that community-based healthcare can deliver transformative results. Dr. Oge said by reducing the strain on Port Moresby General Hospital and expanding access to care, this initiative demonstrates the power of strategic partnerships and dedicated staff. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Opposition leader James Nomane has expressed his concern that the threat of grey listing could result in a decline in foreign direct investments into Papua New Guinea.
The opposition leader was referring to independent studies by the IMF and the World Bank, which indicate that countries placed on the grey list experience financial and economic challenges, including a 7 to 10% decline in foreign direct investment. Mr. Nomane argued that Papua New Guinea does not have a diversified economy or workable solutions in place to shield the country from impacts of grey listing. He warned that grey listing carries severe economic consequences and could have long-lasting effects if not addressed immediately. Nomane said the risks are real and that the government must give the issue its full attention. He added that decisive action by the Prime Minister would help authorize daily oversight, strengthen interagency coordination, and support asset recovery efforts. The opposition leader also said a recall of Parliament would be a positive step, allowing for swift intervention through the passing of necessary legislative reforms. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The beach along the Aroma coast has become a hotspot for crocodile habitation, with recent reports of attacks. In response, community leaders have taken the initiative to erect a warning signboard to caution people to take precautions when using the beach.
Crocodiles pose a constant threat to communities along the Aroma coast, especially along the shoreline. According to Aroma community leader Avis Vanua, several crocodile attacks have occurred and cannot be ignored. He explained that due to these incidents, he initiated the placement of warning signboards to caution people to stay away from danger zones. Mr. Vanua confirmed that he had approached several relevant government agencies to seek support, particularly for funding the Beach Crocodile Warning Signage Boards initiative. He acknowledged the support of the National Disaster Center, the Disaster Risk Management Team, PNG Climate Change, and the Central Provincial Disaster and Emergency Office. This support has enabled the community to construct and install the crocodile warning signboards. The crocodile signage and awareness initiative is also supported by the Central Provincial Government through Acting Provincial Administrator Bala Kappa, as well as the East and West Aroma LLGs in Abao District. Mr. Vanua urged the people of Aroma to take care of the signage boards. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
And now we take a look at the Nest Fund Market Report. The Kina closed lower at $0.2343 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2268, $0.3369 Australian dollars, 0.1877 euro, 35.53 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York closed, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the S&P 200 is trading lower, the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad. All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
On the go and need a quick update? Talk to TISA Bank. No logging, no typing, just your voice.
Hey Siri, what's my balance?
Your balance is 2,578 kina.
Activate voice banking in 3 simple steps. 1. Update your TISA Bank mobile app to the latest version. 2. Set up Siri on your iPhone if not already enabled. 3. Start voice banking with TISA. TISA Bank. Banking on change.
Time returns in February 2026. 2026. This February, join us on a brand new season of Kai Time. Hi, I'm Martha. Come February, join me on a new season of Kai Time, where we continue to inspire you to make simple, budget-friendly, and tasty meals for your family. Kai Time returns on February 4, 2026, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Western Highlands Provincial Police Commander confirmed that a joint police operation will eventuate during the Day District by-election polling tomorrow.
The commander's final brief on the operation took place this afternoon at Kimeninga Police Barracks.
The islands can have a peaceful, fair.
Police were instructed on what to do during the polling tomorrow and where they will be stationed. The Operations Commander and Provincial Police Commander for Western Highlands Province, Chief Superintendent John Sagum, said over 400 security personnel will be on the ground to assist the police for a free and safe election. In his speech, he warned police personnel not to accept any bribes from anyone. PPC Sagum advised the officers to be vigilant when on location. He said this election will show to everyone that the Highlands provinces can have a free, fair and safe election if security personnel do their jobs vigilantly starting tomorrow and onwards. PPC Sagum said the outcome for this by-election will determine the type of election that will be held in 2027 in the Highlands region. In the meantime, polling for day by-election is set for tomorrow. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The Mendo Mendo Community Association, recently launched in the Mendi Munihu district of Southern Highlands Province, have received a 500,000 kina boost from the Southern Highlands provincial government.
The association aims to cement peace and drive development in what was once a troubled part of the province. The new body brings together 6 formerly wearing council wards from the Upper Mendi local level government area. Association Chairman Tracy Noah said the group was formed to create a clear pathway for service delivery in the remote Mendo area of Mendimuniu district. In a significant show of support, the Southern Islands provincial government committed 500,000 kina to the association. The commitment was announced by Deputy Provincial Administrator Dr. Emmanuel Kumpio Andrew. Dr. Andrews said not everything can be changed overnight, but even small improvements are the kind of change the government wants to see. He added that the provincial government will continue to support health, education, and community development initiatives. Dr. Andrew noted that the government, under the leadership of Governor Powie, enacting Provincial Administrator David Kelmer, views the association as a perfect fit for its ongoing advocacy for peace. Meanwhile, Dr. Andrew said the funding forms part of the provincial government's public-private partnership initiatives, enabling the association to begin community-based programs such as healthcare, small and medium enterprise development, and education. Mendimuniu local MP and Vice Minister for State-Owned Enterprises, Rafael Tonpi, also committed 50,000 kina, as well as funding for the construction of a new high school and a community footbridge. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, and the Pentagon has reportedly ordered hundreds of active duty soldiers in Alaska to prepare for a possible deployment to Minnesota's protests over the government's deportation drive.
Up to 1,500 active duty soldiers have been ordered by the Pentagon to be prepared for a possible deployment to Minnesota, according to multiple US media outlets. This comes after the city of Minneapolis has had large, widespread protests over immigration enforcement activities across the state. And where earlier this month, protester and US citizen Renee Good was shot dead by an ICE agent. Now, these soldiers are reportedly based in Alaska and have received specialised training to operate in icy, cold climates. Having troops on standby does not necessarily mean a deployment is imminent or guaranteed, but it comes just days after Donald Trump threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act to quell protests in Minneapolis. This would be an extraordinary step, as the Insurrection Act is often historically been viewed as a last resort and is a rarely used law which would authorise and allow military to be deployed inside the US for law enforcement duties. And it was last invoked in 1992 under George H.W. Bush. In a statement, the Pentagon told the ABC that it's prepared to execute orders from the Commander-in-Chief if called upon. Meanwhile, the Minnesota governor, Democrat and one-time Vice President candidate Tim Walz, has mobilised the state's National Guard. And if the National Guard is deployed on the streets, they will be wearing high-vis vests over their uniforms so that they can be distinguished from other agencies like ICE officers.
Human rights monitors are continuing to compile shocking testimonies about the brutal crackdown on protesters in Iran by the Islamic regime security forces.
The internet blackout in Iran is continuing, with most of the information which is getting out of the country coming through those who have access to Starlink satellite terminals, although some phone connections have been restored intermittently as well. The Norwegian-based human rights organisation Hengau has been scouring photos and videos and gathering testimony from people on the ground as it tries to verify the identities of those who have been killed in this brutal crackdown. Among them, a 20-year-old man who was shot 4 times in the head. Another, a 35-year-old, also shot in the head, while a video is showing another Iranian protester lying on the ground after being shot in the head from behind. This all tallies with some of the other testimony coming from those who have witnessed the brutality of this crackdown by security forces, that not only were they trying to suppress the protesters, they were deliberately aiming at people's heads, trying to kill them. There's also the reports that Many families, as they have tried to identify the remains of their loved ones and take their bodies for burial, are being asked to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to do that. And then when they do have access to the remains, they aren't being able to properly bury them or grieve for their losses. Iranian state television was hacked on Sunday night, broadcasting warnings to the government and the regime's security forces, urging them to protect protesters rather than attack them. It also carried messages from the son of the former Shah, the exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi. The US President Donald Trump has so far held off launching any attacks on Iran in solidarity with the protesters, despite expressing his support and indeed encouragement for what they have been doing and promising US protection. A US carrier strike group is on its way to the Middle East, which will bolster the military's presence there if Donald Trump does change his mind. The Iranian president is warning, however, that any attack on Iran would begin a full-scale war. Iran's foreign minister was due to appear at the World Economic Forum in Davos, but the organisers of that event say that is now not appropriate, considering the shocking loss of life in Iran in recent weeks.
You're watching National EMTV News. Coming up next, we have Truka Sports with all your sporting updates. Stay with us for the details.
Chicken kebab saja nak? Yum!
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
For the very first time in Papua New Guinea, Mel Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mel Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad. All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket, canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
Truka Sports.
Welcome to Truka Sports. The new Power Sports Talk Sevens returns in April, marking 9 years of rugby action in the country.
The new Sports Talk Sevens is set for April 3rd to 5th, marking its 9th consecutive year since 2018. Chairman Benson Upas thanked the Platinum sponsor and is calling on more sponsors for support.
Our Platinum sponsor, New Power, again we thank them for continuing for the 9th year. They're on board with us. We also went around seeking support sponsors to bring, since we have interest coming from Sydney and Brisbane in Australia.
Mr. Upas says they have reached out to sponsors to help cover costs for international teams traveling to PNG.
Few others sponsors that we reached out to. It's basically to meet the cost of our traveling teams, the international teams, to add much value to the tournament, give more exposure to our local talents. Again, the pathway to the national team, the exposure that players usually get from rugby union by traveling. As you know, we have a ban imposed on that one, that the youths cannot go through that pathway.
He highlighted that registrations are open for teams with some other teams who have already signed up.
Yes, the interest has been growing, and especially from our outside provinces, we've been having increasing number of teams.
Mr. Upas said the venue is yet to be confirmed and will be announced at a later date. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
PNG lightweight boxing champion Kauku Raka Jr. has started a new boxing development program in Lae to grow the sport.
PNG lightweight champion Kauku Raka Jr. has thanked Sports Foundation Chief Executive Officer Micah James for supporting boxing development in Lae Morobe province. Raka Jr. says through the direction of the CEO, he was able to link up with the regional sports director, Philip Lavatu, who accepted his boxing development program for Lae under the Sports Foundation. He says the full calendar of the activities will be placed with the Sports Foundation office in Lae to guide the program. Raka Jr. says the plan is to run coaching sessions every Monday, Wednesday and Thursday, targeting clubs outside Lae City. He says the program has already started and the first day focused on basic boxing lessons, skill training, fitness work and footwork drills. Tuesday today, training included pad work, teaching boxers how to throw correct punches, followed by a pull recovery session. Raka Jr. says Wednesday's program will include partner work and sparring. He says the turnout has been very good with strong numbers attending each session. He thanked Albert Veratu, CEO of the Sports Foundation in Lae, and Philip Lavatu, the regional sports director. Raka Jr. is calling on business houses and urged Lae City authorities to stand behind and support the program. He also urged other Momase provinces to join if interested. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Some days feel grey until someone brings back your smile. Happiness, sometimes all it takes is a bite or a scoop.
Late again?
And sometimes it's waiting in the freezer just for you.
Share the love, share the happiness in every moment with Gala.
Gala, Gala Yum.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
All small crafts going out at sea must consider simple safety requirements. Always check the weather report before going out at sea. Do not jump on a boat if the passengers or skipper have been drinking alcohol. Always remember to wear a life jacket. Take enough drinking water and food with you. Make sure you have a bucket canvas for shelter, and a paddle for emergency. Always take extra fuel on board and do not get on a boat that is overloaded. This message is authorized by the National Maritime Safety Authority.
Even if we are non-aligned, we must show commitment and trust to whoever we engage with.
Returning in February 2026 is In Focus, your weekly news and current affairs talk show, which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions, and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and in the region.
The Tolai people as well that were left behind.
Super funds have grown from just under 2 billion kina industry to now 20 billion kina.
We engage in discussions with decision makers and experts across politics, government, history, industry, economics and business, as well as health, social, cultural and environmental issues, keeping you well informed right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. The Mospal Cup Rugby League games at Unagi Oval continue to bring communities together, creating positive change for Mosby Northeast youths.
Mospal Cup Rugby League official Thomas Luai says matches played at Unagi Oval have created positive impact across Northeast communities. He stressed that the games are promoting unity, discipline and community spirit through sport.
Through lo Mospal Festive Cup, Miblagat Bibla Momaslo Mospal Barabe, where through lo this like game, all get the youths, especially all Yamblaman long, must be noticed. Only take part long this like game. Na plenty all lig petty crimes is a come long and within long current which that is lab maybe looking also maybe cut down.
He says youths have turned out in numbers, with officials satisfied by the strong participation and support.
All youths come here, behavior will change because of long this rugby me ranim na. General outlook long all line 2 all mama come sit down Salim Warana Skona Plessy change. Me got big blamas lo take part lo Mospal Festive Cup and then Plantisani come up.
Luai added that the Mospal Cup continues to provide positive pathway for young people through rugby league. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports ends on that note. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
first time in Papua New Guinea, Mail Research and Marketing Consultants proudly launched the 5th issue of the Mail Review magazine commemorating PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee independence. 2 volumes, 500 pages each. Volume 1 covers government politics and leadership, while Volume 2 highlights the private sector, state-owned entities as service providers, and NGOs. Together, they cover the period from 1972 to 2025. This 1,000-page collection reflects PNG's 50 years and sets the foundation for the next 50.
Hi, it's Jaylee. Are you ready for the ultimate sports experience? From the streets of Port Moresby to the global stage, we're bringing you the best of local and international sports. Profiles on PNG's rising and legendary stars, in-depth coverage of the biggest tournaments, and all the latest sports news. It's all coming back in 2026. Mark your calendars. Thursdays at 7 p.m., returning February 2026. More action, more stories, and more sports passion. See you in February 2026. Only on your #1 to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, cloudy with some rain showers. Daru, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Kerema, cloudy periods with occasional rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau, some rain showers easing to partly cloudy. Popondetta, partly cloudy with evening showers and rain and possible thunderstorms. To the Momase region, Lay City, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Medeng, partly cloudy with some showers. Wewak, mostly fine. Vanimo, mostly fine, partly cloudy tonight with chances of few showers. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, mostly fine. Kavieng, mostly cloudy with few showers. Kokopon Rabao, mostly cloudy with some rain showers. Kimbe, cloudy with heavy rain showers and thunderstorms. Buka, partly cloudy with few showers. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, partly cloudy with evening showers and rain drizzles. Goroka, Barnes and Kondiawa becoming cloudy tonight with some rain showers. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg becoming cloudy this evening with some rain showers and isolated thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
Well, that was the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, the 20th of January 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.